This is J. Nelson Leith, and this is one of my signature cold opens. Cue the music! Hey, it's kind of dark. I'm not sure why this is coming out darker, but you know what? I'll fix it in post and you won't even notice. You'll be sitting there watching this and I'll have punched up the gamma, sharpened it up, and you'll be like, what are you talking about? It looks fine. It looks normal. It looks like it always does. But not to me. I'm looking at it on OBS and I'm like, awful shadows. You get these freaking smile wrinkles right here that are showing up. All you young kids are like, smile wrinkles, what's that? Okay, so I fucked up the unboxing this week, and I don't even know if I'm going to bleep that. You know what? You're all grown-ups. I hope there are no kids watching this. Kids, don't say that word. What I did was, I thought I was, you know what? I'll just go ahead and unbox what I thought I was unboxing. This! I thought I was unboxing this, which, scissors, you know where the scissors are. This is like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. You know where everything is, if you're a regular watcher. And if you're not a regular watcher, you should like, share, and subscribe. Wait, I should do that in my, you know, the stereotypical YouTube blogger. Remember, like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more great content. I hate those guys. Those guys are always like the ones who want to show you how to do something, like change your Facebook name, and it takes them 15 minutes to get into it because they're all, you know, they have this radio DJ, this fake radio DJ voice, and it's just like, how many times have you ever been on Facebook and you look at your name and you're like, it's just something that I added a silly, you know, a few years ago. It was an inside joke between friends or some comment on some topical news story at the time, but now you can't remember how to get into Facebook to change your name. Well, I'm going to give you some clues into how to do that. But first, like, share, and subscribe. Those guys drive me crazy. I hate those guys. You almost are. It's almost always better to just like skip the first half of those videos. It's like, dudes, first of all, tone it down. You know, a little less caffeine might help. You know, this is fine. This is fine. This really is fine. Anyway, so what I thought I was unboxing was this. I'm clumsy. Look, see, I got myself all hyped up. The ones who are doing because I like to watch the people who are talking about new games, and there's a lot of new games out there that I'm fascinated to try. There's one called Depraved. There's one called Ostriv, O-S-T-R-I-V, and they look fun. But the guys who are doing the voiceovers, oh guys, you got to dial it back a bit. Chill out, enjoy life. See, I don't think that... See, you're saying, well, that is enjoying life. Well, maybe. Okay. This is my signature vape juice. It's just the thing that I finally found that I like. I don't like the sweet candy flavored stuff. I get mint with chocolate. I might as well get Werther's Originals, right? But the story behind this is that the thing I'm about to show you, which I'm not going to unbox because I mistakenly unboxed it and I didn't want to. I was hoping to save it. I just kind of felt it around and I thought, oh, that feels like little bottles of vape juice. It's kind of this size in it, you know, which is what those, you know, you can see. First of all, let me show you what this. See the size? Okay. Now I'm going to show you what I got, and you can see probably how in the same sort of packaging I kind of confused it. I just felt. And I thought, oh, that's it. And like an idiot, I popped it open. It's still in a package. I guess I could unbox it here, but you can't smell the deliciousness of what this is. If you're a cook, and you're a really good cook, you know what this is. You're looking at it, and you're like, I not only know what that is, I know why I got it. Because all of my friends who cook, every time I would tell them I use nutmeg, they would tell me, you don't use pre-ground nutmeg, do you? You got to get your own nutmeg grinder. So I have a nutmeg grinder on order, which I wanted to unbox with this, but I screwed it up. Full, mea culpa. There's some Latin for you. Oh, this is a completely different smell. I wonder if there's a little bit of the mace, because mace, the spice mace, is the wrapping around these little nutmeg, whatever these are called. I kind of want to lick it. I'm the only one going to eat this, so I'm going to lick this. It's like Christmas. Yeah, I know a lot of you are saying that's gross, but like I said, I don't cook for other people very much, and by the time, if I do use these, by the time I get to cooking for other people, it'll be down in here. So don't worry about it. Nobody's going to be subjected to my my cooties from that. So I finally took my multiple friends' advice, and I ordered a nutmeg grinder, which I will show you later. I will unbox that, but I wanted to unbox it with that and actually maybe grind it on something. But I mistakenly unboxed the actual nutmeg. God, that tastes really good. They're right. I'm not even tasting the fresh ground nutmeg, but the smell, and it's not a mace smell. It's a much more earthy. It's like nutmeg that you get ground like in the little jars that you get at the grocery store, but there's something more earthy about it, and more, not sweet, but I can definitely tell how it's going to complement when I finally get around to holiday season and I allow myself to break out of the keto diet like I did this last year and put on 13 pounds, which are all gone now, but I did put on some weight over the holidays, I have to admit. I might actually try to bake. And I'll share that with you so that you can see my embarrassment, because I'm sure that the first few times is going to be a disaster. Full disclosure, I recently tried a new recipe. I had seen on a cooking show, Walter, oh God, I don't want to get his name wrong, Walter Stabe. He does Taste of History on YouTube, which is a lot of 18th century cooking, because this guy is the chef at the colonial sort of reenactment place called the City Tavern in Philadelphia, and he does a lot of these 17th century recipes there, and some 17th century brews. Oh, some good spruce beer. And so I watch his show, and at one time he said he talked about adding. He often talks about putting in heavy cream to create a cream sauce, which is normal. And so I've been doing that. As if you've seen the podcast that I had about doing that, you saw. I believe there was heavy cream in that particular recipe. If not, I do use that a lot. But one time he talked about sour cream, and I thought, those don't seem interchangeable. I tried it. I was right. They were not. I did something wrong. I'll have to go back and watch that episode and see what he was talking about, because the sour cream substituted for the heavy cream. I know a lot of you who know how to cook are laughing right now, and I deserve your scorn, because that particular dish, I had done a lot of dishes just off the top of my head, great scallop dishes and steak dishes, and sometimes and chicken, and sometimes with the cream sauce, and sometimes just with a more savory sort of just butter and garlic and olive oil. And then when I did this atrocity with sour cream, it was a disaster, and I almost didn't finish the first bowl. But I did, and then I regretted it. It was terrible. This particular book is, I did not expect to get this. This is the Fifth Discipline. This is going to be, I have a rather large, I think it's maybe like 7 books right now, of what I kind of think of as my read pile. It's not topical. It's science stuff that relates to human interaction and I'm organizational theory and things like this. And this book, I don't remember where I saw it referenced, but The Art and Practice of Learning Organization. But it was a bestseller, more than 1 million copies in print, of which I own one now. This stuff fascinates me, as you can probably tell. That this is kind of my take on history too. I read history because I'm fascinated by the way that people interact on an individual level and on a group level. And this is one of those things. It talks about growth in organizations. Economics also is something that I've read a lot about and that fascinates me. I've probably read at least, thousands of hours of research into economics. The Myth of the Management Team. See that sort of title right there? Based on my experience in organizations, The Myth of the Management Team. I'm going to love this book because that just gets right to my little nerdy soul. Anyway, I know this has been a rather unorthodox Thoughts of Leith, but I do thank you for tuning in. I hope you don't mind my super down energy, because I'm kind of more, I'm more like a Rhett and Link type of guy. Although they do get up there in energy sometimes when I watch Good Mythical Morning. I love that show. But I don't quite have their energy. I'm just more kind of nerdy professor energy. That's where I like it. You know, there's like the game and YouTube tutorial guys who are way up here in like shock jock territory. Then there's like Rhett and Link, and then there's like, you know, people who do shows that are more like the Dave Rubin, Joe Rogan types. Then I like to keep it even a little bit further down, give you the sleepy eyes, so that I sort of hypnotically get my ideas into you. Oh, look, I'm opening a book. Look, I'm talking about the book. Next thing you know, you're asleep, but you're dreaming about the books that I've unboxed and the stuff that I've talked about. And that's my evil plan all along. So if you like that kind of thing, being hypnotized by my soft and quiet voice and my subtly self-deprecating sense of humor, then you know, like and share this video and subscribe, because I will give you more of this garbage in Thoughts of Leith.